Hello people, the 3x4x5, very cool cube to make and to solve. So I'm gonna show you the principle of the cube, how it's made. So it's not very complicated, I'd say it's pretty simple. So as you can see, it's a Siamese cube. You see the Siamese cube here, and the six pieces on top and on the bottom are glued on to the cubes. So it's just like a Siamese twin, Siamese cube, except you have 12 more little cubes added on. So it's so when you put it like this, you can mix it up, no problem. The only thing you have to watch for is you can't block the way. So you mix up that side, and then so you can't leave it there because you can't turn anymore. So you gotta leave a free space so that this one can turn. So now you mixed up a little bit this one. So now you put this down and you make sure there's a free space here, so you can mix up the other side. So now your cube looks all mixed up. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, how to solve it. First things first, when you see this, you're like very impressed and you don't know how the hell you're gonna do it, but it's not that hard. So the first thing you gotta know is you have three centers. You have one false center and two real centers. So to start off with, I start with the red in front of me. So those two don't move. You can turn anyway, and those two are not gonna move. So what you do is, the first thing you do is you do the right side up. So the up side on the right, this side, that's the cube you do. You do this cube and then you turn it around and you do the right side on that cube, and you do one at a time. So what you gotta make sure is your red are there, your two reds that don't move. So you gotta put the other red, and that's the way your cube is gonna end up. But you gotta make sure that you have space here. There's no cube that is gonna block. So you gotta move this one to make sure you have space here. So how you start off is you're gonna do yellow on the bottom because the red is the false red there, so they fit. So that's the way you put your cube to start. So you know that yellow is the color you got to do. So you got to do the three edges. So the way you do that is you bring up, you have to find two cubes glued together with the yellow on top, and you got to place them in front of the centers. So that's orange. Now you got your orange plates in front of the centers. What you do is you bring the two sides up, then you turn it where it's supposed to go, and you bring it back. So now you got your orange placed. Now you look for the red one, and the red one is here. So you bring it up, turn it to the center, and you just have to move the two sides, turn it where it goes, and bring it back. So now you got the last one to do. And as you can see, it's not, the yellow is not on top. So you gotta put the yellow on top. So what you do is you bring the both over, you move it out of the way, you put it back here, and then you gotta place it where it goes. But before you place it, you turn it around. You don't want to mix this up, so you bring the two up and you place them back where they were, and then you can place the blue one. So now you got your 3 edges. Now to do you have to use a F2L to do this thing here. You have to place the 2 together. So what I do is I am gonna place the red and blue. So I look where the red and blue is, and it's right there. So I gotta separate them. So I move this, put it here, then I go check if it's on the right color. This is the right color. So you bring it up, put this back down, then when it's facing like this, you only have 3 ways to move, so you don't have 6 ways like a normal cube. So you gotta do it a different way. So what you do is you bring both up, and then you bring the corner in, put it back, just put the corner in, don't put this back, and then you just bring back what you had already, was already there. So there you go. Now you got to do the other side. So you go check out where your orange and blue is, there, and the other one is there. So you gotta get this blue beside this one. So what you do is you put it down, you put it there, and now they're together. And this one went up, so you gotta put it back in. So you go like this, you turn around again, you put it in, and now you still have your 3 together. So you put them there, and you do the same thing you did before. You bring the 2 sides up, you place your corner, you just put the corner down, you don't put this down, and then you just place it back together. So now you got all your this side done. This one's not important for now. So then you can go ahead and do finish the end of this cube, but you don't have to, because it's like a rectangle now. So you can turn around and do the other side. And to do the other side, you gotta take this out of the way so you have a place to work here, so you can turn these cubes. And like I said before, this is the red false center, so you gotta find the red one that's there. So now that's the way you're gonna do your cube, the red and the red. This one you don't mind, you're gonna place it back together at the end. So you take care of this side. So now you know it's the white side, you gotta do the edges. So you look up, you see a white on top and the green. So you place the green and you put it in. So you got one there. Now you have the red, but it's not, the white is not on top. So you gotta put the white on top. How you do that? You bring both of them, you take it out of the way, bring it back. So now all you gotta do is place it in front, put the 2 up, and place it where it goes. Okay, now we got one done. Now we gotta put the orange, so you can turn it around to see better. And you take it out, you take it out of the way, bring it back down. Now you just have to align it, and then you bring both up, you place it where it goes, which is here. You bring both down. So now you got your cross. And then you don't worry about this side. It's gonna fix itself up by itself.